there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. When I purchased this drink today, I thought I picked up 6 cans, but it turns out I picked 7 up. Ah, ah, you get it. Anyway, welcome back. Uh, as you can see, no Baja Blast, was it Cabo Citrus soda this week. As I talked about, or if you saw my post on Facebook, and on YouTube, my dad was in town last week and he helped me rebuild the deck we have in our house. And while he was here, I really intended to film a soda video with him because the new Baja Blast flavor is out. And we do the Baja Family Blast extravaganza every year. Um, but it turns out building a deck it takes a lot longer than you'd think. Or maybe you knew how long it would take. Well, we didn't. Anywho, so we didn't get a chance to film it, and Dad went home, and he and my weird sister are on the lookout for the Baja new variant in their neck of the woods. So, not quite sure what the ETA on that is, but the show must go on, right? So today we are trying 7 Up Tropical, and I'm excited to say we also got the 7 Up Tropical Zero Sugar variant too. I'm super stoked about this. And a little bit of history on this. You know about 7 Up already. We kind of discussed it. If not when we had the 7 Up Shirley Temple soda, I feel like I might have discussed it then. But long story short, we're not going to go into the history. It is what it is. But we will talk a little bit about 7 Up Tropical. So, first things first, I thought this was new. And technically it is to me. um, Turns out that this has been released a few times before today. So it originally, like, you actually see it originally in 2014. No, I don't remember it. Y'all know that I drank Mountain Dew. Like, I was a trash panda, and I remain a trash panda. I love Mountain Dew. But no, I had not had it, but it was released in summer of like 2014, only available in 16-ounce cans, comes and goes. Comes back in 2015, uh, same 16-ounce cans, but weirdly it's associated with a DJ. So they released both this and 7 Up Cherry in 2015, and they paired this up with a DJ called Martix Garrix. I don't know. The only thing I know about that is nothing. And then DJ Tiesto, who I actually have heard of, got paired up with 7 Up Cherry. And then it disappears off the face of the earth again for 8 years because nobody knows who that DJ is. And if you do know who that DJ is, and I've wandered into some sort of weird um, electronic battle, my bad. I don't know these streets. But so it goes away. And then in 2023, it gets you start hearing little rumbles in the atmosphere, and it comes back, but only to Kroger, and apparently only for a limited time. Except that no longer became the case. Because it was so popular, it became a permanent flavor. Now I hear you, Weird Soda for Life. Hey, I know you were filming in 2023. Why didn't you pick this up? Well, the answer is simple. It was not in Michigan. In fact, uh, it tropical 7 Up Tropical didn't actually make its way nationwide until this year. So kind of like the Sprite Tropical Mix that we tried earlier in the channel's history that I got from Indiana, which is now here in Michigan. It wasn't in Michigan at the time. I don't know what tropical flavors have against Michigan, but I would guess it's because it's in the snowy north. And honestly, I feel that. Like I hold that grudge against Michigan too. But now it's here. And again, just like a lot of these variant 7 Up flavors, it's only a Kroger exclusive. So if you have a Kroger in your area, and maybe this is good, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Uh, Go look for it, I guess. but maybe wait until after we try it, right? And with that, let's take a look at the cans. Now, I'm going to kind of show you them both together because I think this is simultaneously really beautiful and really problematic. Uh, so you can see, sorry, again with the cans, you think I'd figure out the camera angles. I don't know. Anyway, so first things first, I'm going to hold up one can here. Oops. I truly think that this can and this design is lovely. I think this is a beautiful design. It's very simple, though I will say that it just says it's a tropical flavored soda, but y'all, that's a peach. Peaches aren't tropical. Peaches are peaches. Like the President of the United States said, millions of peaches, peaches for free, millions of peaches, peaches for me. But not in the Bahamas. And I don't know what this is. I'm gonna guess it's like, I guess I'll pull it. It's like a mango, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But I think this is truly a lovely can, right? I think this is great design. And here's where the problem lies. This is the zero sugar variant. Now, it's also a really beautiful can. It also looks a hell of a lot like the sugar version. Um, I mean, I know it says zero sugar boldly, but if you aren't paying attention or if this is just like floating in some ice, you're not going to be able to tell what it is until you have it. Which is, if you are a zero sugar drinker, great. And if you're a sugar drinker, but if you are perhaps, let's say, diabetic and you don't want to drink the sugar variant, you're not going to know until you drink that first sip. That being said, with that, I do like that they tried to make the zero sugar obvious. They changed up the design just a smidgen. Again, I'll pull this back up. They keep the font, but as you can see, they put like the darker color of zero sugar to make it stand out a little more. Um, and then also you can kind of see they've tightened up the palm trees. So, you can see that there too. All of this to say though, like, truly, truly a beautiful can. With that, we are going to try both. I am going to try the OG sugar one first because if that's how they intended it to be made, we should roll with that. So, and I got little glasses because I kind of wanted to see what color it was. So, with that, can't be fooled by a twist top if it's a if it's a tab. Ah, yeah. All right. Ooh, it looks pretty from here, but I splashed my nose. I splashed my nose. Ah, no, don't go in my mouth. I can't taste it yet. Um, yeah, it smells a little peachy. It smells a little nondescript sweet. I'm gonna pour it in the glass. Ooh, look at that color. Okay, yeah, that definitely. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up again. You kind of get the shade of the can on the drink. Again, beautiful so far. I'm here for this. It's kind of a light, like, oh, lack of a better word, peach color. It's a nice peach color. Okay, I smell that a little better now. It definitely still smells like peach, but peach and some nondescript. Well, actually, it smells a little like artificial mango. So, bottoms up. Yeah, that's peach and mango. That's amazing. Like, that is very good. Yeah, I'm a not a. I know I feel like I say this every week when I try a sugar drink, but I am not a sugar soda drinker by any means. That's delicious. I will say at Kroger, all I could find was the 12 pack, and I was really kind of begrudging that a little bit because, again, sugar sodas in the house, and I don't want to waste. I don't think that's going to go to waste. I think I will be careful and have all of them at some point. That's delicious. I really like that a lot. But yeah, definitely mango and peach, and though they play really well together, Um, that being said, for both of those flavors, when I say they're mango and peach, what I mean is they're the artificial peach and the artificial mango, right? They don't taste like the actual fruit. They taste like the artifice that we've created for those fruits. But I'm not mad at it. It is delicious. Awesome. And with that, I'm going to go take a sip of water and wash out my mouth, and we're going to try the zero sugar and see where that gets us. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see where we're at here. And actually, before I do this, because we're going to do a comparison, I'm going to pour a little more out in here, just mostly because I want to compare color and stuff. I can't really get a grip on that one either, so I'm going to pour it in the glass. Oop, there we go. Okay, so looking at both of these, and this is the one that's the zero sugar, they look exactly the same. Like that's if again, really really cool that they're trying to keep the experiences the same as possible, at least in this variant. I'm gonna pour a little more in here. Um, but again, if you're not sure whose drink is whose, that can be dangerous. Let's see if we can. Okay, this one just smells kind of citrusy. I'm not really getting like even when I poured it in there for this, and I guess I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, okay. This one, oops, ooh. This one, when you have it open in the glass, you get a little bit more of that artificial peach, a little artificial mango. This I'm really not getting much of anything other than like nondescript sweetness. With that, bottoms up. That's pretty good too. Um, Not as blown away as I was by the sugar one, but that kind of tends to be the case with the sugar and zero sugar. But what I will say is that if you are a zero sugar drinker, you're going to like that. You're going to like that if you like, and again, once you taste it, I do in fact taste the peach. I think the mango flavor is a little more muddled in the zero sugar, but it's not unpleasant. Which feels very damning with faint praise. If I had just tried the zero sugar, I probably would have had a much higher opinion of it. But unfortunately, in comparison to its full sugar like brethren, it the bloom is a little off the rose. But that doesn't mean it's bad. And I'm actually delighted that this tastes pretty good because, again, just like this full sugar, I had to buy a 12 pack of it. So I was really dreading if it tasted bad. So thanks for being good, 7 Up. High five? Anyway, uh, so the TLDR is if you want to drink it, I would drink either one. But yeah, if you choose your own adventure, if you can comfortably drink sugar ones, I would probably lean towards the sugar one. But if you can only or you prefer to drink zero sugar sodas, you're not going to go wrong with the zero sugar 7 Up either. I don't think there's a losing soda in this bunch, and honestly, I'm impressed with both. So like 7 Up is really like doing the Lord's work out here. Kudos. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Um, I do know that they have a watermelon strawberry variant out there. It is also a Kroger exclusive. I'm keeping an eye out to see if I can find it. I don't know if it's made its way to Michigan yet. But I do go out and about. So we will see if I could spot some in the next time I go traveling. But TLDR, get this. This was great. Like, I am so delighted. And it's the perfect summer drink. It feels like summer. Um, and I'm here for a little cheering up. Next week, I have to admit, I don't quite know what I'm doing yet. If my dad can get the Baja flavor, we will film. If not, I will have to ransack my soda reserves. So I don't want to like claim anything yet. I have a couple ideas of what I might try, but I don't want to claim something and then not be able to follow through. You know what I mean? Um, until next time, drink weird and don't sleep on 7 Up. Not only are there 7 of them, they're delicious. See you next time.